What is the game plan for Bitcoin in February 2026? What is coming for us? I want to dive deeper into the Bitcoin chart. I want to dive deeper into the altcoin chart and what could be a possible scenario to get some quick gains, because is it over, and during a bear market, can we make some money? We want to dive deeper into these topics because I think most of us are asking us that question. First of all, this is the chart of monthly returns of Bitcoin in the history of Bitcoin all the way back to 2023, 2013. And what do we see here? So we saw in 2018 a similar concept of red months. October, November, and December did not well in 2018. And this was like the 2017 was a golden year, and in January it was over, and from that moment we were in a bear market. So what if Bitcoin, I will remove this one for you first, and what if this was the top? What if? And this was the same top as here, and what happened after in 2022? What happened there was this. We saw that Bitcoin was like bottomed, and from here to here is still a pump of 46%. And maybe it doesn't look that big, but guys, 46% in what? Like from here to here was like 2 months. Make it 2 months, 46%, and you will be happy. And what happens in 2017, because we also need to know what happens there, is almost the same. Like it's a 50% pump. And not only for Bitcoin, it is on Bitcoin, but on altcoins, it was even more. So that is also the reason I have bought altcoins during this correction. And it is all because I think that we can make some nice money during these times, because most of the things don't go to zero or way lower straight away. There's always a pullback to the upside, and make an advantage of scared times, because those times you can take action while other people are fearful. So this is Bitcoin. Bitcoin, what do I think? I think we have really two scenarios here. First one is think we go back to 100 and 105k. We grab the liquidity and then we go pullback. Then this, oh no, this is just a correction, and then it could be over. I'm not saying it will happen 100%. I don't know too. I'm just aiming for two scenarios. And that is the reason I'm buying here several projects, because I really think that if I buy here and I can do like this, is 26% on Bitcoin, and on altcoins it could be even more. But the second scenario where I'm aiming for is that we grab the liquidity at all-time high. Things need to change. People cannot imagine that we go back to there maybe right now, but once we get close, it could be that a lot of FOMO kicks in, people get euphoric, and we get possible the same scenario as here. Nobody thought this one, that we go back to all-time high, we grabbed it, and then poof, we go down. So that is the reason I'm still buying projects right now, because I think we are in the same situation of or possible here or possible here. And what about altcoins? What do altcoins do? And before I tell you more about that, what altcoins did in the past, I want to dive deeper into the sponsor of today's video. It's Bitcoin Hyper. And Bitcoin Hyper wants to build a layer 2 project on top of the Bitcoin network, because Bitcoin is Bitcoin and they want to improve it. They want to improve it faster, more scalable, and stuff like that. And they want to build a whole ecosystem. The guys were able to raise already $31 million, as you see on the website. And they want to build a wallet, explorer, bridge, staking, memes. And some of you may be thinking, what is a layer 2 project? We have layer 1s like Bitcoin, ETH, and stuff like that. But on top of Ethereum, several projects have been built. We can see Arbitrum, Optimism is also a layer 2 project, Starknet, ZK Sync, Zora. A lot of projects are a layer 2 based on a layer 1 network. And what they do is you have layer 1, you connect with the layer 2, you can transfer tokens, bridge them, use them in the same way, but it is improved based on the layer 1. So it's nice. The guys have currently a pre-sale if you want to grab your early access. Check out the website. There's a link inside the description which guides you to the official website if you think, hey, this project is interesting. I like layer 1s and layer 2 projects. And check it out, guys. They have published also several news articles on several websites if you want to know more and learn more. So always do your own research, check them out, and let's continue the video, guys. So I told you about altcoins, and for that we need to do others. Grab this chart, scale it in, and what happens in the past. So in the past, we see that Bitcoin topped out on first one April 2021, but altcoins topped out later. It was already, Bitcoin was a little bit going sideways, it was down, and in May, so almost 2-3 weeks after the top, altcoins topped out. In this scenario, in November 2021, we see that it was the same, it topped out exactly at the same moment. And at here we see also it was the same. So it doesn't mean like when Bitcoin tops out, altcoins tops out, because for that we need to go to this chart, ETH versus Bitcoin. And what this shows us is this chart of the red and green one, the normal one, is if it goes down, it is Bitcoin season. When it goes up, it is Ethereum season. And the green one is the altcoin market. And what do we see? So from here, it is Bitcoin season. And this is also something that we saw because the altcoin market wasn't moving at all. Since October 2023, we saw that the altcoin market was growing exponentially, but still at here at this zone, it didn't. And this is also what we saw. It is low, ETH versus Bitcoin is low, and once it grows, it is altcoin season because ETH is outperforming the market. Altcoins goes up, as you see on the green line. So we need to keep that in mind for next cycle. Keep that in mind that when it's up, it is likely that Bitcoin is doing his first run. And from here, we see that ETH is outperforming the market. Also, altcoins are going up again. And since that, we have a pullback and we are waiting for going sideways. And so this was about the ETH versus Bitcoin chart. Let's go about to the main chart, the Bitcoin chart. So again, one of the reasons I'm positioning myself is nothing goes straight away to the point of the bottom. Same here, we see it goes down, find the bottom, we see a reaction, we goes down, find a reaction, now we go higher. And every time it's the same, that even if it looks small, we find here even another bottom, 93%, another one, 50%. So all in all, keep that in mind, that when you sell at the max fear, it is possible likely that we go higher again. So to finish this video, what is my game plan in short? I really think that we go higher, grab some liquidity to the upside because everybody thinks it's over. And most of the time we see that we go higher, make a higher low. And this is not on Bitcoin. This is another chart that has completed his whole cycle, made a lot of money on this one, called it at around 30 cents, and it goes to $2. I remember some friends of mine, I said, I'm selling because we are making a higher low, sorry, we're making a lower high, and then at 180, I start selling. And guess what happens? You see the structure here, that we are in an up run. We are in up run, the top, we make a correction lower than the previous low, and then we make a high and we got a reaction, a brutal one. So at this point, when you go like this, you should think for yourself, hey, we broke this line, it is lower, and again, second time we broke below it, we couldn't break the last high, take action. Same on Bitcoin, and that is the reason we most of the time go back higher a little bit, make everybody bullish again, and then you see another correction, if it is over, of course. Like I said, we can also break beyond this all-time high and see the most beautiful time of our lives. If that happens, it's cool, and we take another game plan for there. But right now, I have two scenarios in mind that could happen. So thanks for watching. I hope you learned something in the way I look at charts and the way I look at altcoins. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I see you in the next video. Bye bye.